Good morning, everyone. I tried to make a video a couple days ago about my show this past weekend, but for some reason it failed to upload or something YouTube problem. So I know it's like almost a week ago that I was at the show, but I wanted to let you know how it went. I know I did a post-show like diet thought rant. And I'll probably talk a little bit more about that. Comfy. So obviously I didn't place. It was still really fun. There was 180 something competitors, so it was like really bad odds. But apparently I came in 7th place out of 13 girls for novice class A, and then 9th out of 15 girls for open class A. So I'm kind of in the middle, which is fine. I'm not last, so I guess that's a positive. Not that, as disappointed as I am that I didn't win, I'm not that worried because I kind of knew where I was physically. Like, the girls there were really little. Like, some of them were thin and tiny, and some were really muscular, and I was somewhere in the middle of normal looking, not ripped. So that's probably why most of the girls there were like 6-packs and friggin' muscle striation galore. And I was not. I was softer. But whatever. So I'm 80% sure I'm going to be doing the OCB Yankee Classic in July. I'm like pretty confident I'm going to do that. Just because why not? It's 15 minutes down the road. Like, duh, I want to go. Then my friends and family can actually go and support me for once. So, pretty sure. Plus now gives me 12 weeks out to really put on muscle and like lean out to like not 12% and like 8% body fat, because that'd be probably closer to what I need to compare to these girls. Because these girls already started out thin. I can't imagine how ridiculous they're going to look on that show date. So, yeah, I want to do that. I'm going to keep going until I win, and that's just kind of how I am. I'm competitive, but I'm not like, I need to win, I should win, blah, blah, but I want to win. Obviously, you're spending money and competing, and you obviously want to win. That's the end goal, duh. But, so, the show was awesome. It was super long. Not as long, it was longer. Longer than my first one. It was fun. So, my tanning routine, what I did, I started 2 days early. So, the show was Saturday. On Thursday, I like exfoliated. Well, I've been exfoliating the entire time, but like sandpaper scrubbed myself down and lotioned with cocoa butter, like 100% cocoa butter, like in the stick form. So it's like totally natural. It didn't mess with my skin. I used Protan. So I had Tom put it on, and I did 2 coats on Thursday. Then I did 4 coats on Friday, and then I did 2 coats on Saturday. And somehow I still was not that dark. I looked orangey, and I wasn't like ridiculously orange. There was like worse tans there, but I was lighter. By far, I was one of the lighter people again. And I thought that if I did 3 days out, it would have time, but it didn't. So I'm gonna have to look into other competition colors or just have it done. I don't want to spend like $200 getting a tan done for one day, because that's stupid to me. I don't know why. I don't know. Stupid. But I need to figure something out, because I think that probably hurt me a little bit more again this time. So Saturday, woke up around 5:45. I did my makeup. I do it myself because I actually really like doing my makeup, and you don't need to go crazy. That's another thing that I think is a waste of money. Unless you're like on the pro level status, like why spend hundreds of dollars for makeup that you could learn how to do yourself? Let me fix this so I can, there. It's a little better. Get my iced coffee. It is Southern Pecan with almond milk and monk fruit sweetener. It's really good. It's missing some ice though. They all melted. So did my makeup. I just straightened my hair, which I'm gonna do differently next time because it just looked flat and then it got frizzy at the top. I gotta do something with my hair. I actually probably might even have it done next time just because, yeah, I think if there's one thing I'm gonna spend money on, be doing my hair because I have no clue how to do my hair. So did my hair and makeup, then Tom did my tan around 6 o'clock. I let it dry. Well, I let it dry while I did my makeup. And then put on some sweats and my Maximum Nutrition Center shirt and no bra. Because you don't want that to rub off on any of your good clothes. So then we made our trip down to Carver, Mass. It was about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes, something like that from my house. Not too bad. It was a fun ride. I go to Carver every year for King Richard's Fair, so it's an easy ride for me, more or less. Got there at like 8:30, checked in. I freaked out for like half an hour because it was packed already and there was only like one room for all the competitors to get ready, and I just losing my mind. I was really nervous. I didn't recognize anyone, and I wasn't sure what I was supposed to be doing, and everyone was running around freaking out getting ready, and I wasn't sure if I was dark enough or if I could borrow someone's tanner and try and just quickly gloss myself up a little bit more. I was just kind of on edge and taking it out on Tom. Poor Tom. Although he's very good at calming me down, thank God, because I'm a mess. So then it was like 9 o'clock. I decided, fuck it, I'm just gonna get my bikini on and at least have that done because I can put tanner on around it. So, put my bikini on. I use the same one from the Thaw. It's my purple one. I might get a different one for the new show. I haven't quite decided. Although I really like it. It fits, like, especially the bottoms. I love the bottoms, but the padding is, like, ridiculous and it looks really fake. That's the only thing, because I have zero boobs. But, it was hectic in the bathroom trying to change. Got my bikini on, got my number, got all my competitive stuff taken care of. I had Tom put on another thing of Pro-Tan just because I was like, I'm not dark enough. It really didn't add that much color because at this point it was just like smearing on like the 10 layers that were already there, so whatever. And then I just spritzed on some glitter and prayed to God that I didn't stick out like a sore thumb. Or at least stick out in the wrong, bad kind of way. You obviously want to be noticed, but not in the bad way. So, yeah, the entire time I was eating rice cakes and unsalted peanut butter, and I had a super dark chocolate bar with crystallized ginger, my like favorite thing in the world. I love crystallized ginger. So that way, got a little bit of sugar in me throughout the day, all day. And I had one banana with some peanut butter on the ride down at like 8 o'clock because I figured I'd need some potassium and a little bit of some sort of carb other than rice cake. So that's what I ate show day. It was perfectly fine. I keep getting bloated by the end of the day because I'm not eating or drinking enough. So you know how it's like that weird opposite effect that happens sometimes? Or at least I'm assuming I'm not the only one. The other thing, all I drank was 8 ounces of water. Like I had a little water bottle. And then I had 2 containers of coconut water that I brought down because I wanted to stay hydrated and like have a little bit more sugars and carbs and stuff in my system. So I just had an original one, and then they made this lemonade flavor, so I had to try that out. I waited until after prejudging before I drank that one just in case. For whatever reason it didn't agree with me, but I only had about like 10 ounces of liquid until like 8 p.m. so I was really like wobbly, dehydrated, falling down everywhere towards the finals, which sucked because you just have zero strength and you're just dead, like brain dead, and everything's shot. Prejudging started at like 10:30. It was I think it went well. I was in 2 classes, a novice and open. There was a ton of bikini girls and a bunch of figure girls. There's usually always more of them anyways, but it seemed like it took forever just waiting backstage to go on stage, and then it was like we were out there, each group was out there for like 10 minutes, I swear, just posing, and by the time I was done with my friggin' comparisons, I couldn't walk up and down stairs just from flexing and standing in heels and trying to look perfect and pretty on stage. But it was really shitty. So after that, went to the stands, and my sister and mother were there, and I was so excited because I've never had anyone go to any any sporting event since I was like a kid that I did. Even like fights and karate stuff, I always just kind of went by myself or had my coaches go with me. I don't know, or Tom. Tom's like the only one that's really ever supported me. Not that they don't support me, they just don't know what I do and don't understand it. And then they stress me out a lot because it's just they ask a lot of questions and I just don't know how to answer them, and I'd rather not get stressed out. But I was so happy to see them there, and they were like, they had a blast, just kind of joking at everyone, making fun of everyone in like nice ways. Obviously, we all sit there and make stupid commentary, so it was fun. It was great seeing them. And then there was a 3-hour gap between prejudging and the finals, so usually it was probably more like a 5-hour gap, but I was gone for 3 hours. So Tom and I decided to go check out Plymouth because it's like right next to Plymouth, Mass. So we walked around town for a little bit and scoped out all the restaurants so I could get my meal in later. It was awesome. Saw a couple cool old cars and met some neat people, and decided to go to T-Bones, which is this like themed Western Texas whatever style food place. I don't know, bar. It was cool, and we went there later and it was delicious. But anything would have been delicious at that point, so I don't even know. I just know I got to drink a Red Bull vodka drink and eat some fried food, sort of. Fried pickles, close enough, and french fries. And then nachos. And then a chicken burger. With the bun. Ooh. And cheese. Cheese was good. And then I got a stomach ache. And then got home and ate some Easter candy because I'm a fatty. And that was pretty much that. But yeah, it was really fun. And we got back like just before I had to go on stage. They were like, all bikini girls backstage, and there I am like running. Tom, of course, had some ice cream, so he's like gnawing on ice cream, making everyone like give him dirty looks like he has 3 heads, and everyone's starving, and there he is shoving his face with ice cream. Typical Tom moment, but it was. Then I stood backstage for like half an hour before I went on stage for finals and did my T-walk and peaced out. And then realized that I didn't win, so I didn't have to stay for awards. And then we went and ate everything at T-Bones. Food. So that was pretty much how the OCB Spirit of America went. So it was good. It was really long, busy day, a million competitors, but good experience overall. Way more stressful and nerve-wracking than the first time, but I'm sure the third time will be okay. So now it's time to build more muscle, lean out a little bit, make my metabolism not suck ass, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go back to blogging and working on my website, and oh yeah, and I don't have school anymore. I finished. I have my finals done, so now I have a short break, and I go back to Boston for school in July. Yay! That's it. I'm gonna go eat and do work.